What's up, guys? Doorway 3 back with another sermon video. I'm going to start to do a series on the book called Worship Matters by Bob Coughlin. And I'm actually doing this book in a class I have at my school. And so I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I'm also getting the questions that I am saying and answering from my teacher, Mr. White, who is teaching the class currently. So I like the book so much that I decided to do a series on it, on the chapters. So even though right now we're like in the middle of it, I'm gonna start from the beginning with actually the second chapter called My Heart, What Do I Love? But I will start off with a song called Oceans by Hillsong. Get off, you stupid thing. See if I can remember the lyrics. I think that should know. Phew. Oceans by Hillsong. Call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours and you are mine. Grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Grace abounds and fear surrounds me. You've never failed and you won't start now. 'Cause I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans arise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. For I am yours, and you are mine. That's one of my favorite songs. Give me 1 second, just gotta unplug stuff. Okay, onward. So, the sermon I'm going to do is called My Heart, What Do I Love, based on the book Worship Matters by Bob Coughlin, which you can buy a hard copy. You can download stuff to your Kindle. I have that. I have the Kindle version, so just advertising there. So, basically, my heart, I'm just gonna look at the chapter, literally. So, my heart, what do I love? So, I have 4 questions. What is the greatest challenge you face as a worship leader, and why is that? After worship service, what is it that captivates your thoughts? That is, what do you think about after you stop singing? What is idolatry? What gods compete with God for your love? And number 4, how can you fall more in love with God? Do you want to, or are you satisfied with the way things are? Now I'm not gonna look at the book. Look at my sheet, which I took a little bit of time, a little bit more preparation than the first sermon video, and really decided to go into it deeper. So, I'm going back and forth. So, he starts off by saying, what's the greatest challenge you face as a worship leader? You might think it's deciding which songs to sing, getting along with your pastor, receiving feedback from church members, or leading a team of unorganized, independent musicians. Nope. Your greatest challenge is what you yourself bring to the platform each and every day. And what is that? Your heart. For years we've read about or experienced firsthand the worship wars, conflicts over music styles, song selections, and drums. But far too little has been said about the worship wars going on inside us, and they're much more significant. I'm going to stop there for a second. So what I would say about that is that it's not about the music necessarily. Like you can worship a cappella. You don't even need to sing the worship. Worship is not just music. Worship is a lot more than that. Worship is prayer, actions. What you do, what defines your life, is worship. It can be worshipful to God. So that means your heart has to be in the right place. And what I mean by the right place is right with God, on the right track. You know what you're worshiping, you know who you're living for, and things like that. So what is the greatest challenge you face as a worship leader, and why is that? There are a lot of different things. He mentioned one of them on the first page of the Kindle. He said that one of the challenges is to bring your heart in the right place. And one of the things that can have your heart in the wrong place is something that, at least this is what sometimes I struggle with when I'm up at my school on the worship team singing or playing guitar. Pride, which may seem, oh, it's easy to get rid of pride when you're worshiping. It's a lot harder than you think. I look at what is like, for pride I would say, I look at what I have made possible for this group of people to do, what I've been able to do to lead them. My perseverance in teaching the group, they become true worshipers themselves. I would say that it's hard not to feel some measure of satisfaction from what anyone in the group does, like singing or sounding great, playing the guitar well, and anything else that helps it get done, or not get done, but makes it a worshipful time. It makes it have the songs done well, which in another video I will talk about, but that's not for this one. The way to remove that pride, and I'm just going to focus on this one thing for a little bit, is to see what they can do after what God taught them through me. And not necessarily me through my teachers, through my friends showing me what I can do. It's not what I teach, it's what God teaches through me. That's the way to get rid of your pride. And it's an undeniably amazing gift to be able to teach someone how to really worship God. I mean, you're not necessarily teaching them. Yes, you are, but like, it is their decision whether they want to worship God. Like I said before in my first sermon video, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can show someone an open doorway, hence my YouTube name, Doorway 3. But I can't shove you through the doorway. But being able to teach someone what state your heart is supposed to be in, what states your mind is supposed to be in, how you're supposed to live, so that you're not just keeping it on the Sunday stage. Because I'll go off on a bit of a tangent here, where if, say you're a worship leader or a pastor or something like that, you do a bunch of really good songs that were really powerful, everyone was getting involved, and then you're doing something very ungodly for the rest of the week, and then you come back again next Sunday and do the same right thing, but you don't apply it to your life. That's really not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be applying what you do and what you learn to your everyday life, not just saving it for Sunday. And this is a good segue into my next point. What is idolatry? Or no, wait. Okay, I think I'm going to go to point 3 instead of point 2. What is idolatry? What gods compete with God for your love? What you love the most is what you will worship. Guaranteed. So, if relationships get in the way of that, that's a hard one sometimes. Keep God above them. That may sound mean, but keep God above them on the priority list, as I said in my last video. Faith, family, occupation. Occupations can be sports, your job, whatever, school. Like if you put schoolwork above church, or schoolwork above God, for crying out loud. That's not how it's supposed to be, and that is called idolatry, where you're idolizing something in the place of God. And pencil It's like, for some people, technology, like honestly, this is just a flip phone, but say that, for argument's sake, say this is like an iPhone 5 or something. Some people won't really care. Some people will like it and really have, and some people will go into denial if they don't have their phone. I've seen it before where it's like, really? It's just a piece of technology. Where it's like, no, it's more than that. Where this is a tool. It is a tool where you kind of have the world at your fingertips, but it's a tool nonetheless. It's not something to be worshipped. I can do that on my phone. Like I can drop this thing whenever I want to, because it's not a techie iPhone 5 that will get damaged really easily. It's an old flip phone where I just hit it. It's fine. So to me, flip phones are better. But whatever. Getting back to the sermon. Idolizing, and this also does tie in with my last sermon, is prioritizing at the same time. You're setting your priorities to be not what they should be. Your number one priority has to be God. What you're going to do, worship Him, what you do to live for Him day by day. And then sometimes this, texting, going on the internet, doing email, whatever, or taking selfies for that matter. I'm not saying that's bad, but to me it's kind of stupid. It's something that is, as I said in my last sermon video, I know I'm saying that a lot, I should probably stop saying that, is a false fundamental, where your phone, or even someone you love, is not the most important thing. If somebody, say your girlfriend or whatever, dies or something, or if your phone breaks, you're not going to die. It's not fundamental for life. So if you keep it more important than it is, or more important than God, which is a problem, it's a false fundamental, and if you lose your phone, you're going to go nuts. Or something like that. That's just one example. I could list a ton, but then this video would be like 4 hours long, if not longer. So, I'm actually going to read what I wrote down. Okay, never mind. Okay, now I'm going to go to my second point. I kind of did 1, 3, now I'm going back to 2. After a worship service, what captivates your thoughts? That is, what do you think about after you stop singing? Now this ties into what I just said, because, I would say sometimes it depends on the day. If you're going through something, or something just comes up, yeah, then you're going to be a little bit preoccupied sometimes. Not necessarily, but like if you go from, yay, worshiping God to this, then, and not thinking about God at all after that, that's a bit of a problem. For something that's like serious, like emotionally serious, like that's not a problem to be thinking about that. I think something that's good, if that's something you're going through currently, is maybe after a worship service, pray about it. Like, don't think about it like, oh, I'm being neglected here by God or something like that, because He's never going to leave you. But, ask God for help through it, because you're in that really worshipful state. If you are, you're really into it, and just pray about it. Okay. Then point number 4. Well, like I'm not saying that this is what you should be feeling, but one thing that is nice to be feeling, or is good to be feeling after a worship service, is to sort of either just keep running through songs in your head, or keep praising God for something, and keep praying, keep on keeping on. Like, sort of continue to stay in that worshipful state, even though you're not shouting, screaming, raising your hands, dancing around the pews. Which, that varies depending on where you are. But, yeah. So point number 4, how can you fall more in love with God? Reprioritizing, I would say, is a big thing. I'm recording my homework. What do you need me for?
You're recording.
I am.
You're recording right now?
Yeah.
What are you recording?
The practice and record thing.
Alright.
Brother. Interrupting a certain video. Whatever, I don't care. So point number 4, how can you fall more in love with God? That is a very hard question, I would say. But, like I said, reprioritize. Put God above your phone, put God above everything else, and try to keep it that way. What else? Recording.
Pause, please.
Can't pause it.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll see if I can do a jump cut, maybe cut that out. I don't know how to, though, but... Or you can just fast forward through that. Sorry. Medication for my hand. Because I really screwed it up because I cut it by accident with an X-Acto knife. So, let me finally get to this stupid point. So, reprioritize and make God the important thing. Make God the one that you love most, and you will spiritually grow. And yeah. So just reprioritize. Don't doubt, but reprioritize. And I think that's about it. I guess I don't... for a recap, what is the greatest challenge you face as a worship leader, and why is that? I would say it's your heart. It's dealing with things such as pride. And the best way to get rid of pride is to say pride, which can be what I taught somebody. I taught somebody this new chord or how to play a song. You can replace that train of thought with, oh, God teaching them through me. And then, what is idolatry? What gods compete with God for your love? Sports, friends, really close friends, technology. Always keep in mind that they need to be below God. And that ties in with the 4th point. How do you fall more in love with God? You reprioritize. Oh, I almost forgot. Are you satisfied? Or do you want to, or are you satisfied with the way things are? where, like I said in my last video, faith is like an escalator. If you stop, then you start going down the escalator, and you become farther and farther from God, and your faith is less. So you always need to keep going forward in your faith. Don't stop moving. So I think that wraps things up pretty well. Might do one more 5-minute song. I think I will do one that okay, if you're looking at my channel, you might find that I have like music session 2, but no session 1. I don't know what got screwed up with that. I'm pretty sure I recorded a bunch for session 1, but right now it says session 2. And I don't know how to fix that. I mean, if I would just say that's the first one, but... So... I think I did this song in the first group of 3. So, or I might have done it in the second group of 3. Yeah, this stupid cut is really annoying. I don't know if you can see that, but ow, you can see those stitches. 5 of them. The song is called I Will Follow. I thought I was done, so I unplugged and shut everything off. So give me a second to re-plug in things. And turn them on. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow you. All your ways are good, all your ways are sure. I will trust in you alone, higher than my side, high above my life. I will live for you alone, for you alone. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow you. Who you love, I'll love. How you serve, I'll serve. If this life I lose, I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Higher than my side. I can't remember it. Let me get a second to remember.